The improvement of Nigeria's profile internationally is something that could be assessed, after a brief period of time. I think this government, has been in power for less than a year. A year is too short to, begin to make such assessments. But of course, you can always, look at what Mr. President is doing vis-a-vis the, sort of perception that people have about Nigeria, and then you ask yourself whether the actions taken or the activities of government are actually the sort of things, that will launder Nigeria's image abroad. I'll refer to, the era immediately after the military regime when President Obasanjo came to power. Yes, he did quite a lot of, shuttle diplomacy, meeting the many foes of Nigeria and a few friends that we still had here and there, to talk good about Nigeria, but to, re-invite them to Nigeria that is now ready for business after the, devastation brought about by the military regime. So to a large extent, that was a success. And you would see that such meetings were very well prepared. The fundamentals were there, the optics were good, and then they not only met, heads of state, he was actually going to address parliaments, getting his people, after he's laid the groundwork, to actually meet with parliamentary, committees in different Western countries, particularly here in Europe. I recall that because, my office at the time was actually involved in setting up some of such meetings. But the goal was specific. Quite apart from laundering Nigeria's image internationally, getting the Western countries to forgive Nigeria's debt was also an essential part of that. And before long, we saw that happen, and that gave Nigeria, quite some breathing space. We have seen that President Bola Tinubu is actually desirous of, renegotiating international agreements that actually leave Africa, particularly Nigeria, high and dry in terms of, tariffs on trade and other forms of trade agreements. Well, it could very well be that by the trips that he's undertaking, he's actually mobilizing support, which is a very good thing. But it will take a while for us to, begin to see whether it is of net gain for Nigeria as opposed to net loss.